Where did you learn all this expertise?
Well, my grandfather, the marae I was brought up in. I was brought up in the bush, actually. I was born in the forest. And that's how I learned these things as a young man. I watched, my grandfather, even my father. My father was a tahunga ringatu. He heals patients too, my father. But I didn't get any medicinal things for him. I didn't collect for my father. He did it all himself. But I did collect it for an uncle and an auntie and my grandfather. I did collect stuff for them. That's how I really learned. Although I seen my father processing the stuff, but to really work with my father, I didn't. And then, of course, he died a little bit too early for me. And then most of my knowledge came from my uncle, a cousin, and grandfather. And then finally, Granddad decided to come and teach me genealogy. So I started off genealogy with Grandfather. The idea he told me to learn my genealogy is to know my identity. And not only that, so that when I say to my children, say for example, Tui Teka, Prince Tui Teka. If I say to my children, he's a cousin to you, well, it'll puzzle people. People have said to my children, oh, that's because he's a Tūhoe, they all relation. You see, that kind of thing. But I have to explain to my children why. I told them that he is a cousin. And I have to give the genealogy and branch off to Tui to give them an idea of what they're talking about. So, should they be challenged, well, they can tell.
Stand up and recite the whakapapa. Yes.
And this is one of the reasons, the real reason why he wanted me to learn genealogy. He says to me, genealogy can get you in a mess. It can also get you out of a mess. And he warned me. He said, now you got it. Don't go challenging people. Never go and challenge people. Just because you know all about it. And then you go and start poking at people. He said, brother, let God be holy. Never. But rather learn to humble yourself. He said to me, in genealogy, it tells you that you are the older, from the older line than the other fella. And he said to me, never call them taina, which is younger. Always make them the big fella. Put yourself here. Automatically, the next person will say, Carl, take the hair Tawhao, it's wrong Tawhao. No, you the big fella. So Granddad says, he stressed that point. Always make yourself small, because genealogy can be very hurtful. You can hurt the others.